Hey Wastelanders, this is Gary. I hope you can hear me. I don't have my microphone clipped on. I have my microphone sort of in front of me. So, not eating spaghetti, but I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm going to buy you a 9 knives for sale. And believe me, I'm going to sell more. The first one is this Hogue Sig Sauer EXO2. Believe me, you can flip it out, but let me move this glass. I was afraid I'm going to hit the glass. You could, I think on my last live, I took it apart and gave it a good cleaning. And later, I didn't film it. I later took it apart again and put the pin back in for the lanyard. So, if you want enjoy a hidden lanyard, I did a little research and I looked at some places on the web and I came up with these prices. Keep in mind, anybody that's a regular subscriber on my channel gets 10% off the price that I list. So this price is this knife is going to go for $140, and I believe it's maybe a $180 or $190 knife originally. But you know, $140. Shoot me a price if you still think it's expensive. Shoot me a price, and maybe I'll take the best offer. But this is a really good knife. You can see there's not any wear on the blade. I've cut some stuff with it, but I've cleaned it up every time I use it. So I believe there's no wear on the blade. It's in 154 cm, and it's American made. You can see the brand. This one up is another Hogue. This is the Hogue Sig Sauer A01 micro switch Emperor Scorpion. That's a mouthful. So it has a lock, and it was already unlocked. Okay, so this is an auto. You can see it's a sweet Warncliffe version. It's called the A01 micro switch, and it's also in 154 cm. I like this knife, but I don't find myself carrying it. It's also American made and has a sweet backspacer. Reminds me of something gun related. I just always like this backspacer. So, sort of matches the color of that previous blade. Oh, I didn't say the price. This is $140 also, because I believe this is more expensive than the other knife. The next one up is a budget knife. This is the Steel Wheel Plague Doctor. And yeah, it's in D2. It's a really cool knife. You get even the lanyard. I carried this one a lot, but I've kind of retired it. I've not been carrying it for over a year, so I'm like, oh, it needs to go. Yeah, this is $55. The next one is this Honey Badger medium knife. I think it's called a medium knife. It's either a medium or small, and but it has a finger choil. I don't think if you look on their Honey Badger's website, there's too many knives that have finger choils anymore. I've not been carrying this, so this was I think a exclusive blue color. I don't think that you can get it. I'm not trying to say that to encourage you to buy it, but I just don't. I think it was a special color. Maybe it's not now. So it's an ACR MOV 13 or ACR 13 MOV, and this is $35. Really good flipper. It's on bearings. Super like a super good detent. I mean, you see how I have to like really press hard to get it out. Has a great detent. It's drop shutty. Anyway, the next knife up for grabs is this Orion Scorpio. It's a black stonewash blade, and it's blue micarta. I don't think you can tell if it's blue, but trust me, it's listed as a blue micarta. It has a hidden lanyard, and I've never reviewed this knife, and I've carried it very little. Turns out this knife was just like a knife that didn't appeal to me. Sorry if Dave catches on, but this knife didn't appeal to me. I like his the Solaris, his bigger knife better. So practically it's brand new. It's just out of the box, carried maybe 1 or 2 times, and I even didn't do a review of it. I'm not saying it's a bad knife, it just doesn't appeal to me. I believe this is a titanium pocket clip. It's blue micarta. It's a button lock, flipper, clip point. This I'm gonna let go for $80 because it's new. It's not been manhandled. So if you're interested, let me know. This next knife is also a budget knife. This is the Kaiser arsenyan yin. So it's like yin yang, but it's yin in yan. It's a mouthful. And this is a G10 version. You probably saw I bought this version to replace this because I still like this knife, but I wanted the micarta version. I already had that, but I sold it, or just give it away for free. So I'm trying to sell this knife to maybe recoup some of the cost. Probably won't recoup that much, but I believe I paid a lot more than that version that was on sale. So, and I've carried it. This is a N690 steel. You can see it's Inyan, and Assassin Knives is the maker, well, the designer, but Kaiser is the maker. Super guillotine-ish, super great flipper. It's only kind of got one method to flip it out, like this top flipper thing that you have to use your finger on. But I love the bolster. Super drop shutty. So this is I'm going to sell this for $55. If you're interested, let me know. Next knife up is the Petrified Fish PF 999. Really super interesting look of a knife. It has like, what do you call that, sway back look to the handle. It's in K110. I believe that's a variation of D2. I've not been carrying this one, so I've just gotta let it go. So you can flip this knife out. You can practically get your whole finger in there. So it's just you have to be careful and not like put too much finger in there. So it has a great detent. It's not easy to flick out. You have to like give it some strength to flip it out. But I usually spidey flick this in, but I've been known to use the flipper tab too. This is if you want to complete your petrified fish collection, I believe this is a great knife to do it with. This is the all blacked out version. This will run you $40. Good knife. Yeah. Next up is a premium knife, I guess. This is the deca. It's in 20 CV. It's USA made, and it's Hogue. You can see it's a Elishewitz. It's in 20 CV, like I said. It's an early model, so you can see it has the early pocket clip. I believe they redesigned it with a deep carry pocket clip, but this is the original pocket. I practically never carried this because turns out I like the Warncliffe version better. So better than this clip point drop point version. So it's not as well broken in because I've not carried it a lot, but you know, you can break it in. This is like a camo brown version. I think this is like the desert camo brown. I believe the Warncliffe has a woodland color camo. So I like this camo better, but I'm not about to like take this knife apart and put it on with the other blade. Centered. I just wanted to mention they use maybe almost 100% of the handle. The blade to handle ratio is like 99%. This has stuck me on occasion when I was not paying attention. I had it in my palm and I closed it. I was like, I don't know how I was holding it, and then I felt me being poked. Maybe I was holding it tightly and I had my skin poking up in there, but it jabbed me a couple times. This is very much, you get the handle to blade ratio is on point. So I'm going to list this as for $130. And the next one, that's the last one on this video, is the dagger knives Voron, Voron. And yeah, I like dagger knives, don't get me wrong, but this is too big to carry for me. I'm not fond of this overly huge knife. And this knife is a guillotine knife. I've tightened it up, but it is so guillotine-ish, it will cut your finger off. That may scare you guys, but I like it, but it's not my favorite dagger, so I'm opting to sell it. Anyway, I'm going to sell it for $95. Oh yeah, you get this sweet screaming skull pick, or screaming skull clip. You can see the eyes. The eyes are in the screw holes, but this is not they didn't use the blue titanium screws. You could probably get some and make it your own, but it's still one of the best clip variations where they lined up the holes with the screw holes with the eyes. So very good knife, just a little big for me. I just, for some reason, I just don't want to carry it because it's too big. So again, this is $95. So guys, if any of you guys are interested in the knives, I'll give you all through the weekend, and I'm going to go through my keepsake knives and release those knives too. This was in my keepsake knife, but I had 2 decas. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think, and I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Take care.